The year was 1950. The United States and the Soviet Union, once allies, now faced off in a high-stakes game of espionage and ideological warfare. The CIA, tasked with protecting American interests, embarked on clandestine programs aimed at gaining an advantage over the Soviet Union. One such program, shrouded in secrecy and controversy, would become synonymous with the darkest side of the Cold War project MKUltra. If you found this video intriguing, don't forget to like, share and subscribe for more deep dives into history's hidden secrets. The CIA believed that, by harnessing the power of the human psyche, they could control their enemies and extract information. Early efforts, like Project Bluebird and Project Artichoke, laid the groundwork for MKUltra, exploring drugs, hypnosis and psychological manipulation. The fear of Soviet mind control techniques fueled a sense of urgency within the CIA to develop their own methods of psychological warfare. In 1953, under CIA Director Allen Dulles, Project MKUltra was born, consolidating earlier efforts into a single initiative aimed at developing mind control techniques. Sidney Gottlieb, a chemist and covert operations officer, led MKUltra with an almost fanatical obsession with unlocking the secrets of the human mind. MKUltra would become a byword for government overreach and ethical transgression, its legacy haunting the halls of power. Sidney Gottlieb, a brilliant chemist with a PhD, was a man of deep secrecy and unwavering loyalty to the CIA. Under Gottlieb's leadership, MKUltra expanded into universities, hospitals, prisons and brothels, with a team driven by patriotism and scientific curiosity. They were driven by a chilling disregard for the well-being of their subjects. MKUltra's subjects ranged from unsuspecting civilians to prisoners, mental patients and soldiers. The CIA's willingness to experiment on its own citizens was particularly disturbing, using vulnerable populations for their mind control experiments. Secret research facilities within psychiatric hospitals subjected patients to mind-altering drugs, electroshock therapy and sensory deprivation. One of MKUltra's primary objectives was to develop a truth serum, a drug to break down resistance and force individuals to reveal secrets. LSD emerged as a focus, with the CIA believing its ability to break down psychological barriers held the key to unlocking the secrets of the mind. The experiments, often conducted without consent, had unpredictable and sometimes tragic results. Intrigued by LSD's potential, Gottlieb and his team conducted increasingly daring experiments, often in clandestine settings. Subjects were given LSD in various forms, with dosages varying wildly, leading to a range of reactions from euphoria to psychotic breaks. The CIA's disregard for the well-being of its subjects grew, driven by Cold War paranoia and a dangerous mix of hubris. Operation Midnight Climax involved setting up safe houses equipped with hidden cameras to observe human behavior under the influence of LSD. Prostitutes lured unsuspecting men to these safe houses, where they were secretly dosed with LSD. The operation stands as a chilling testament to the depths of depravity that MKUltra reached. The dark secrets of MKUltra began to unravel with the tragic case of Dr. Frank Olson, a biochemist working for the US Army's biological weapons program. Olson was dosed with LSD without his knowledge, leading to a psychotic break and his subsequent death under mysterious circumstances. Olson's family fought tirelessly to uncover the truth, exposing the horrors of MKUltra to the world. Beyond LSD, MKUltra explored a vast arsenal of mind control techniques, including hypnosis, electroshock therapy, and sensory deprivation. Hypnosis was used to implant suggestions and erase memories, while electroshock therapy aimed to induce amnesia and reshape personalities. Sensory deprivation pushed subjects to the brink of madness, making them more susceptible to manipulation and control. In Canada, Dr. Donald Ewan Cameron conducted horrific experiments, funded in part by MKUltra, aiming to erase existing memories and personality traits. Cameron subjected patients to extreme electroconvulsive therapy and potent drugs, leaving many with permanent brain damage. His experiments were a grotesque violation of medical ethics, a chilling testament to the ease with which scientific curiosity can morph into monstrous cruelty. As the Cold War raged on, the CIA's obsession with mind control intensified, fueled by a fear that the Soviet Union was already deploying brainwashed assassins on American soil. This paranoia reached its zenith with Subproject 68, one of MKUltra's most secretive and ethically dubious endeavors. Named after the year it was initiated, Subproject 68 aimed to create the ultimate weapon, a real-life Manchurian candidate. The concept of the Manchurian candidate, popularized by the 1959 novel of the same name, centered around a sleeper agent, brainwashed and programmed to carry out assassinations on command. The CIA, convinced that the Soviets had already mastered this technique, poured resources into Subproject 68, hoping to develop their own cadre of mind-controlled assassins. The details of Subproject 68 remain shrouded in secrecy, with many of the program's records destroyed in the CIA's frantic attempts to cover up its most egregious transgressions. However, fragments of information have emerged over the years, painting a disturbing picture of the program's ambition and ruthlessness. Reports suggest that Subproject 68 involved the use of extreme psychological torture, drug-induced hypnosis, and even brain surgery in an attempt to shatter the identities of its subjects and rebuild them as programmable killing machines. The CIA's goal was to create individuals devoid of free will, individuals who would carry out orders without question or hesitation, their actions dictated by the unseen hand of their puppet masters. For years, MKUltra operated in the shadows, its existence known only to a select few within the CIA and the upper echelons of power. However, the program's web of secrecy began to unravel in the 1970s as a confluence of events brought the CIA's dark secret into the harsh light of public scrutiny. In 1973, as the Watergate scandal gripped the nation, President Richard Nixon, fearing that the CIA's involvement in MKUltra would further erode public trust in the government, ordered the destruction of all MKUltra files. However, unknown to Nixon, a cache of over 20,000 documents, including financial records, memos, and research proposals, survived the purge, hidden away in a forgotten storage facility. These documents, discovered in 1975, revealed the shocking truth about MKUltra, detailing the program's vast scope, its reckless experiments, and its blatant disregard for human rights. The revelations sent shockwaves through the nation, sparking outrage, disbelief, and a profound sense of betrayal. The Senate, determined to get to the bottom of the CIA's mind control program, convened a series of hearings, summoning former CIA officials, including Sidney Gottlieb, to testify. However, Gottlieb, citing national security concerns and claiming that many of the program's records were destroyed, provided few concrete answers, leaving more questions than answers in his wake. The revelations of MKUltra left an indelible stain on the CIA's reputation, further eroding public trust in the government and fueling a wave of conspiracy theories that persist to this day. The program, far from being a Cold War anomaly, became a symbol of government overreach, a chilling reminder of the dangers of unchecked power and the seductive allure of forbidden knowledge. While the true extent of MKUltra's impact on its victims may never be fully known, The program's legacy continues to haunt those whose lives were forever altered by the CIA's reckless pursuit of mind control. Many victims, their memories fragmented, their psyches scarred, struggle to piece together the fragments of their past, haunted by the realization that their minds were violated in the name of national security. In the aftermath of MKUltra, the US government implemented reforms aimed at preventing future abuses by intelligence agencies. The National Research Act of 1974 established strict guidelines for human subject research, requiring informed consent and oversight by institutional review boards. However, despite these reforms, the spectre of MKUltra continues to loom large, a stark reminder of the fragility of freedom and the ever-present potential for power to corrupt. The lessons of MKUltra, etched in the suffering of its victims, serve as a cautionary tale, a reminder that the pursuit of knowledge and security must never come at the expense of human dignity and the sanctity of the human mind. The CIA, confronted with evidence of MKUltra's transgressions, reacted with a campaign of damage control. Their instinct was to protect the institution, even if it meant burying the truth. The destruction of MKUltra's records by CIA Director Richard Helms was an attempt to erase the past. However, the CIA's efforts to contain the scandal proved futile. Surviving MKUltra documents revealed systematic abuse and a disregard for human life. The revelations sparked outrage, forcing the CIA to acknowledge MKUltra. The CIA's strategy relied on denial, obfuscation, and appeals to national security. They claimed MKUltra was a rogue operation by overzealous individuals. They insisted the program's goals were defensive, countering Soviet mind control. They argued the Cold War exigencies justified their actions. The CIA's attempts to downplay MKUltra were met with public outrage. Senate hearings exposed MKUltra's horrors, forcing the CIA to confront its dark past. MKUltra's legacy extends beyond the Cold War, casting a long shadow over government-citizen relations. The program revealed the potential for unchecked power to corrupt institutions. It became a chilling reminder of government exploitation in the name of security. Many victims were left with permanent physical and psychological scars. Some struggled with fragmented memories and lack of government acknowledgement. Others questioned their sanity, haunted by MKUltra's spectre. This example of experimentation profoundly impacted psychology and psychiatry. The program's unethical methods raised serious ethical questions. MKUltra led to stricter ethical guidelines, but left lingering distrust and fueled conspiracy theories that persist today. The program's secrecy and CIA's history created fertile ground for speculation. Some theories suggest MKUltra was part of a larger government conspiracy. Despite the passage of time, MKUltra remains shrouded in enigma. The CIA's destruction of records and refusal to cooperate has left a void, allowing speculation to flourish. The true extent of MKUltra's activities and its human toll remain unanswered questions. Some believe the program continued under different names. The CIA's history of clandestine operations makes it difficult to dismiss the possibility that MKUltra's legacy lives on. Project MKUltra stands as a chilling testament to the excesses of the Cold War, a time when fear and paranoia drove nations to explore the darkest corners of human experimentation. The CIA's quest to unlock the secrets of mind control led them down a treacherous path, leaving a trail of shattered lives and ethical breaches. MKUltra serves as a stark reminder that the pursuit of knowledge and power, when divorced from ethical constraints, can have devastating consequences. The program's legacy continues to haunt us, forcing us to confront uncomfortable truths about the nature of power, the limits of science, and the fragility of human consciousness. MKUltra reminds us that the human mind, that most complex and enigmatic of frontiers, can be both a source of extraordinary creativity and a target for manipulation and control. The very essence of what makes us human, our thoughts, emotions, and memories, can be twisted and exploited, turning individuals into unwitting pawns in a larger game of power. MKUltra also underscores the dangers of unchecked government secrecy and the importance of transparency and accountability. The CIA's ability to operate in the shadows, shielded from public scrutiny, allowed MKUltra to flourish for years, its abuses hidden from view. The program's exposure, while incomplete and often thwarted by the CIA's efforts at damage control, demonstrated the importance of a free press, of vigilant citizenry, and robust oversight mechanisms in holding powerful institutions accountable for their actions. The lessons of MKUltra are as relevant today as they were during the darkest days of the Cold War. In an era of heightened surveillance, artificial intelligence, and advances in neuroscience, the potential for mind control, whether through technological means or sophisticated propaganda, is more real than ever. MKUltra serves as a cautionary tale, urging us to be vigilant in defending the sanctity of our minds and to resist any attempt to manipulate or control our thoughts, beliefs, and behaviors. MKUltra's legacy continues to shape our understanding of government, science, and the human mind. It fueled distrust of authority and skepticism towards government actions. MKUltra became a symbol of government overreach and abuse of power. It cast a dark shadow over the scientific community. The program's disregard for ethics became a cautionary tale. MKUltra's abuses led to stricter regulations on human subject research. Despite efforts to conceal its activities, MKUltra remains a source of speculation and unease. It compels us to confront uncomfortable truths about government and power. It serves as a stark warning about the price of freedom. If you found this video informative, please like, share, and subscribe for more content. It helps us more than you know.